Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. As you guys know, we always like to take a couple minutes out of our day to go over a couple of topics. If you guys are new here, I'm vibing. I also got my guy, Mr. Scott Tripp with me, aka the Crypto Beast. And like I said, it's just a little moment, a little segment we like to take out of our day just to give you guys a little update on what's going on in the news. Hope you guys had a great weekend, by the way. Scott, you got anything you want to say before we jump in?
No, I'm just excited as always. Just marketing in Canada and the US anyways right at the moment. So yeah, just excited to be here as always, start of a new week. So
all right, man. So as you guys know, it was an eventful weekend. A lot was going on. On Friday, we talked about, on Thursday last week, we talked about the Bitcoin expiry that was going to be happening on Friday. And as you guys know, a lot of that did take place. And a lot of things like, sprouted up. Bitcoin took a big leap up, and the total market cap in general took a leap up, getting somewhere near around $3 trillion. So that was very exciting. But as you guys know, we'll cover that towards the end of the video in our forecast. But let's go ahead and jump into some of the crypto news for today. The first thing I wanted to go over was we talked about the pair chains at Polkadot that they released. So on Friday, the Acala raised over 400 million in crowd loans. And if you guys don't know, you could also do these pair chain auctions over at the BigONE exchange. The advantages of doing it at the BigONE exchange versus other exchanges is that you don't have to lock your tokens in for 2 years. You can actually get a B dot, which is one that's pegged to, I guess, BigONE's token. So you won't have to leave it locked in that liquidity pool for 2 years. So these guys went ahead and raised 400 million in first day on the crowd loan. So that's really good for Acala. So shout out to Acala for what they're doing over there.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love hearing about Polkadot and where they're going to go and what they're going to do. I expect big things out of them in the near future. So exciting.
Likewise.
Yeah. My article, I'm going to talk about the first one. I think you probably like this one too. I haven't even told you about it, but I will show it to you. Incoming New York mayor wants crypto taught in schools. I thought this was actually really good. I believe schools should be preparing students to navigate the world of cryptocurrency and digital assets. And he basically says in here, speaking during a Sunday interview with CNN's State of the Union, Adam described cryptocurrency as a new way of paying for goods and services throughout the entire globe. I keep on saying but I do apologize about that. But basically it's going to be something that they begin to teach in high schools. They call it a financial literacy program, including crypto in high schools. So that's really amazing. Like, kudos to him.
Yeah, man.
Because in the end, it will teach people financial security as well, in a way, right? With teaching them about cryptocurrency.
And definitely, man, he's definitely an advocate for Bitcoin. We also reported in last week's news that he was talking about accepting his first 3 paychecks as the mayor in crypto, along with the Miami mayor. We know they're both advocates for crypto. So it's good to see Eric still pushing the education side of it, because here's the funny part, right? Everybody's wondering when is regulation going to occur, right? And how are we going to be taxed on these cryptocurrencies? Well, when are we going to be educated? And when are the kids going to be educated? So to see them wanting to put this blockchain technology educational program into place is really big for cryptocurrency as a whole. So I think that's very interesting.
Yeah.
My next one that I got into, you guys probably don't know, but I'm a crazy sneakerhead. I love a lot of sneakers. I have an extensive collection of sneakers. Maybe one day we'll jump into it. But the athletic giant Nike's looks poised to tackle metaverse and NFTs. So Nike's hiring some new positions here in America for people who's going to be designing NFTs and to work on a metaverse project, or I guess they're going to actually take their shoes into the metaverse. And it's kind of funny that we brought this up, where this isn't a topic today, because I was talking with one of my friends earlier, and I was like, man, whatever big brand doesn't come on board and start trying to look at getting their products into a metaverse or on some of these NFTs, they're going to run out of traction, because, the new thing is everyone's sitting at home and working from home. So who's really going to go out and buy designer clothes just to sit in front of a computer, right? So if they don't get this stuff into the metaverse soon, or they don't get involved, I feel like they might get left behind. So very interesting to see Nike taking a step in the right direction.
Well, and you should see, I was playing around in Decentraland, which I know BigONE sells mana tokens on it. but I was playing around in there and actually going through the virtual world, and you can actually buy yourself accessories and clothes and all the different stuff on there, and it costs you extra money to give yourself a different appearance, and NFTs to get in special places. Like, it's absolutely crazy. And their next step is definitely AR. So like we're going to see like the Oculus or the Hive start to go into that world as well, which is really interesting. So, and now my next article I'm going to share with you is right here. So I'll just put it up here. Zimbabwe may be the next country to embrace Bitcoin as a legal tender. So Zimbabwe has been paying attention to the increasing demand for crypto among its people, which it views as a possible avenue for growth. The country has also been receptive to regulating the entire sector. They are considering utilizing Bitcoin as a legal payment option to meet the growing demand and harness the technology, according to local news. So another country, and that's the biggest thing, is I really do want to see I would consider them like a third world country, start diving into these cryptocurrencies, into Bitcoin, into other Ethereum or any of the other cryptocurrencies, because I feel it's important for the advancement, microloans, different things like that are coming forward with cryptocurrency that they might not have had availability to before, as well as the use of your cell phone, which everyone nowadays has a cell phone passed down from one person to another that can be used in these places. So it's impressive to see another country grab onto that.
Oh yeah, I mean, and to talk about the cell phones and other countries, like, that's what the mission for Starlink is. It's actually to provide like a lower flying satellite that could get internet to people all around the world, and even in some of these stricken countries where it's harder for them, where the infrastructure hasn't been built out for some of this data that we need to do our cryptocurrencies. So definitely good to see Zimbabwe stepping up. I'm actually not surprised. Like I said, man, I know cryptocurrency is one of the big things in Africa. So a lot of countries are adopting it. And I'm surprised they don't actually have their own coin out by now. But I think in the near future, we might see something in that direction.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
At the beginning of the segment, I told you guys that the market cap kind of neared the $3 trillion mark. So a lot of people are asking, what was the meaning? What was the cause of the rally? Right now, cryptocurrency is actually up 280% since the beginning of the year. So that's nearly it's a little bit more than a 5x, a little 5.5x. And a lot of the analysts are saying it's because of the supply squeeze. It said that there was a big squeeze on Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. And I think some of this is attributed to some of the expiries that have expired. And then some other people were saying that, hey, a lot of this happened because you had the NFT New York that just recently took place, that conference that took over in New York. They sold a lot of NFTs. So that's what caused the Ethereum prices to skyrocket, along with Solana. As you guys know, a lot of the punks are available on Solana as well as Ethereum blockchain. So I think just adoption is what I would say it was rooted towards, but they're also talking about maybe some squeezes, and they also brought up the event in New York with the NFTs.
Yeah, I heard that as fast as the bigger whales were sailing, there were smaller whales grabbing up everything that they were selling. So there was no real chance for the whales to actually dip the price. I think they were planning on dipping it lower, and it definitely didn't go there with the support that it had to last a little while. So the next article I have, my last article, I'll just share with you. Give me 1 second, just make sure it's on here. So Elon Musk says the new Dogecoin upgrade is important. So there was a tweet from one of them that did a Dogecoin Core 1.14.5 is out. Users are recommended to update immediately due to important security fixes. 1.14.5 reduces the recommended fees following the reduction of the relay fees in 1.14.4. You also get bugs fixed and performance improvement. So they're trying to make it obviously faster and cost less to use, which is amazing to actually hear, because in order for it to move forward, I guess I'm a big proponent in believing that you really need to upgrade things or do something different. If you look at SHIB, there's a perfect example of something that's pushing out of their comfort zones, doing different things to develop and further themselves, right? And I think maybe that's where Doge is kind of lacking at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like Doge is lacking at the moment too. I'm not even sure that upgrade is actually going to do more for them as a project. Their problem is they're not able to get through this supply that they're allowing people to mine annually, right? Like they let people mine, somewhere upwards of 3 billion tokens a year. And if those tokens aren't being used, then it's going to be hard to place that value into the next year, because if you weren't using the 3 billion last year, you're not going to use 5 billion the next year, right? So I think that this is an important upgrade for them. However, I think that if they would focus a little bit more on more product development, I think that'd be really good for Doge, man. If they could come out with something like, a native token to help burn the Doge tokens faster. I mean, you have other projects in the BSC side that's working on stuff like this, and some of the people give rewards in Doge, so it's almost like other projects are helping. So I think if they took another step forward, they would definitely get some of those tokens out of circulation. But funny that you brought up Elon Musk. Everybody's been hearing about his tweet this weekend where he kind of like had a poll and was like he wanted to sell X amount of dollars. Well, he was saying he would sell 10% of his shares in Tesla. And when that happened, when he said that, the token dropped by 7% over the weekend and he didn't dump any of his. So I don't know if that was like a plot for him to get in some more of his tokens for a lower cost, or if he was actually serious about letting them go. But it's been a lot of speculation that if he does pull those shares out of Tesla, what will he do with them? Will he convert them to a digital asset such as Bitcoin? Would he put them into Ethereum? Or, what is, like, everybody's trying to guess, right?
I'm betting it's just me personally. He has leaned towards Bitcoin being better on energy the last little while, or working on that whole idea of energy efficiency. So I'm wondering if he wouldn't actually buy a bit more or do one for the other. It'd be kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see, man. As you guys know, before we get out of here, I always like to do a little forecast. I was typically bringing you the forecast from CoinMarketCap. I kind of got more into the CoinGecko recently, and they just update a little bit faster for me. So we're gonna get our reading reports off of CoinGecko today. And in the last 24 hours, the crypto market is added on $225 billion. So that's in volume. So that's very impressive. And then the market cap right now is $3.071 trillion. So that is up 4.5% from yesterday. So it looks like the crypto market is constantly growing. The Bitcoin dominance is at 43.7 right now, and Ethereum is at 19.4. We've been going back and forth on the show talking about, hey, where do we think the dominance should be? I like it being around the 41 to 43. I think alts do really well, but as the alts have been kind of consolidating over the last 3 to 4 days, it looked like Bitcoin and Ethereum are posed for big breakouts. So I think that's healthy, and when they consolidate, I think it'll all come back into alts as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think there's always a plan or action that happens with all these bull runs. So it's just going to be fun sitting back and watching.
Yeah, man. I would say, just be mindful of the market cap as we go for new highs. We always got to come back and retest some of the prior highs. So don't be scared if you see a little pullback in the market. It's pretty natural. It has to happen. But again, I appreciate you guys coming out today. We're always here Monday through Friday. We try to give you 10 to 15 minutes of our daily news and give you guys some insight. If I could leave you guys with anything today, just make sure you keep doing your due diligence, man. It's been a lot of projects popping up here lately, and some have been good and some have had malintent. So just protect yourself the best way you know how. Do your due diligence. And if you have any questions, you could always head over to the Asia Blockchain Telegram group or the BigONE Telegram group. We're always there to try to answer your questions to the best of our knowledge. And I hope that helps you guys.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Have a great day. Bye.